Greg Johnson with resourcesforlife.com, and this is another update in the supershrinkme.com 120-day wellness challenge. Today is day 90. 30 more days to go, and it's starting out to be kind of a nice day. I'm just kind of taking the ride this morning a little bit slow, and it's just right around 8 o'clock. One topic I wanted to go ahead and look at in today's videos, because I don't have nothing else in mind as a topic, is kind of off the topic of fitness and wellness and all of that, but relating to the posting of these blogs. First of all, the 120-day wellness challenge really, I think, it certainly is. It's a project that goes a day at a time, but the success is really measured over several days, or over a week. You'll see more significant changes. Isn't that beautiful? The Iowa River in the background. But rather than trying to compose in my head, what I'm going to say on a particular video, I decided I'm just going to post these daily. Some people, I think, will find it interesting and others won't, and that's fine. So that's point number one. And then one of the challenges you face when doing these videos is, as you can tell, there's a lot of background noise. Construction, sort of industrial sounds going on, a lot of traffic. And so that's one thing to contend with. And another challenge is with the technology. I have for my iPhone a iMovie case. It's a sort of ruggedized iPhone case that also has a battery built in. And one of the really cool features is that it redirects the speaker and microphone so that the speaker and microphone kind of point toward me right now. And so that's great. And in this mode of recording, the iPhone allows me to have the viewfinder that faces me, so I can tell if I'm in the frame or not. The problem, though, with using what's called the front-facing camera on the iPhone is that the quality is not that great. And as long as it's viewed on a small screen, it's fine. But if you switch over to HD, or any fraction of HD, that's the 720p or whatever, it really doesn't hold up well. It gets kind of pixelated, so you end up with poor quality video on YouTube. And in fact, this video, if you were to look at it on an HD TV, would just take up like one little corner of the television. So when you try to blow it up to larger size, it becomes poor quality. The challenge with using the backward-facing camera on the iPhone is that even though it's really good quality, you don't have a viewfinder visible to easily see where you're framed in on the camera. So you end up kind of guessing on that, and often end up being off the camera. So this front-facing camera is the best option. Now, I did find out, though, when using Final Cut Pro 10, you can drop this video in to a project, and it does have a way of optimizing it a little bit. Rather than showing it as a 16:9 ratio, it drops it in with what is called pillar box. So you have black on the left and right, and that's helpful. So the final result, as long as people are watching it in kind of a normal size on their computer, it should look okay. And that was one of my concerns about making these videos, is that I don't want to be posting a lot of pixelated, poor quality video content. This hill is, I don't know if you can tell, but it really drops off there. Iowa City, for those of you who are not familiar, is a river town, and so you have these really steep hills on either side of the river going into the downtown area or heading west. So it's a really good workout. And actually, what's interesting about that is the workout that Dr. Jason Bradley has been suggesting and encouraging me to include in my daily routine is something called a pace workout or interval training. Basically, the idea is to have some really intense bursts, like I just had back there with the hill climb, and then take a break. And so actually incorporating that into bicycling is pretty easy because you can coast part of the way, let yourself recover, and then really push into it, and you have your hills or just sprints that you can do. So anyway, that's the morning commute right there. Takes a few minutes, about 7 or 8 minutes to get downtown. I started recording after I was part way down. So for now I'm going to sign off, and if there's anything else to post, I'll go ahead and post it. But that was the main point I wanted to make this morning, was about into the technical challenges of making these videos, wanting them to be high quality, having, mostly it's the noise in the background that creates a problem, and I'm trying to work my way through those challenges with the technology and keep these videos coming. So, talk to you a little later. One other point I wanted to make about using Final Cut Pro is that the transfer time going from the source video into the program is pretty quick. With iMovie, there's some converting that takes place and thumbnails that get created. So that seems a little inefficient, time-consuming, and it degrades the quality of the video. One of the reasons I don't journal these daily updates in a written format is just that I like to take a lot of time with my writing, and to write well you have to have time, and so these videos I can do just kind of while in transit on the bike. Also, there are a lot of kind of stream of consciousness points that are nice to just kind of make as they come up. Right now I'm on my way to get breakfast. What I like to do in the mornings is get a little bit of protein. There's Starbucks here on the corner of Clinton and Burlington, right next to Hot House Yoga. So they have a veggie wrap. It's a spinach wrap with egg whites, and tastes pretty good. About 19 grams of protein. It's been really busy at Starbucks ever since the remodel, which took place, finished about a week ago, I think. And anyway, this morning the line was almost out the door. It's been that way for a few days. They were out of the spinach wrap, which is too bad because it's a really nice breakfast sandwich, but I went ahead and got the other veggie breakfast sandwich, which is also egg and should have some good protein in it. I had been, well, my two favorite drinks at Starbucks were the iced coffee mocha, and then another drink is the iced green tea latte, which is has a matcha tea powder, and those are both pretty good. But Starbucks does not have a non-dairy, non-soy option. They don't have any almond milk or anything like that, so kind of backed off on those. Also, coffee tends to be pretty acidic depending on how it's brewed, but usually it's pretty acidic and can give you kind of a crash down, energy crash down. So what I've been drinking are their new refresher drinks, which uses a low acidity green coffee that's pressed, I guess, or something like that. Very delicious, and you get a little bit of an energy boost without without having to worry about that crash down. So anyway, that's going to be breakfast today. Today for lunch I'm stopping at Zameric's here on Dubuque Street, and I'm going to go ahead and get the Greek salad with some spinach, and as well they have a Thai stir fry that you can get with brown rice, so you avoid the wheat and gluten from any kind of noodles that might be a problem for some people. And the portions are pretty good, the value is good, and it's conveniently located downtown here. Zameric Noodle Cafe. So I just got home. Let me give you a recap of the day. Basically, finished up lunch at Zameric's there, then was at the office all day, and then grabbed dinner around 5 o'clock at the Bread Garden Market. They have a nice buffet salad bar there. And had some client work to do this evening around 6:30. Met with somebody and launched a website about wellness. So that's exciting. And it's about 8:45. I just got home. Made the bike ride home. Tomorrow I'm going to be working most likely out in Coralville starting in the afternoon, and I need to take a bunch of camera equipment out there to do a video project. So looks like tomorrow is going to be a car day, and though it's been good to have a few days in just biking regardless of the heat and the conditions. Anyway, I'll check in again tomorrow. Thanks for following these updates along and for all the support, the emails and comments and everything. Really appreciate it. So until next time, this is Greg Johnson with resourcesforlife.com and the supershrinkme.com 120-day wellness challenge.